Hey guys, this is Matt Miller with PolitiBrawl News. Watch Karoline Leavitt light up this reporter for a very disrespectful question during today's press conference. Check it out right here.
The president just posted on social media that he had spoken with Prime Minister Trudeau. He says he's not satisfied with what the Prime Minister has said when it comes to fentanyl, but less than 1%, as you know, less than 1% of the fentanyl seized last year was in the northern border. What else does Canada need to do?
Well, the president did just put out a statement on his call with the governor, Justin Trudeau, as he calls him, of Canada, and he said that he was not pleased, as you said. He said it's not good enough. He told Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that directly. The call ended in a somewhat friendly manner, as the president said, but he's not going to stop standing up for the American people. And to answer your question directly, when it comes to fentanyl, for the last 4 years, unfortunately, our neighbors to the north and the south, Canada and Mexico respectively, have allowed America to be a dumping ground, not just for illegal aliens, but for illegal, poisonous, deadly fentanyl, which is now the #1 killer of young people in this country aged 18 to 34. Through the northern border in Canada, in last fiscal year alone, there was enough fentanyl seized to kill 4.8 billion people. And that number is up 2,050% from 2023, the year before. So there's been more than a 2,000% increase in illegal fentanyl seizure at the northern border. Why? Because Canada is allowing that fentanyl to come to the United States. The president sees these numbers. He thinks about the lives that are lost. And everybody in this room, I'm sure, everybody watching at home, everybody across the country knows someone in our lives who has been killed at the hands of this deadly poison. There needs to be repercussions for that. The president feels very strongly about it.
But Caroline, respectfully, it's just 43 pounds that were found last year. That's less than a carry-on suitcase. Is that a lot of fentanyl compared to, say, Mexico, where the vast majority of the fentanyl is brought in through Mexico, not Canada? So what else does Canada need to do?
Well, I just told you, last year alone, there was a 2,000% increase in illegal fentanyl. You're asking me for what the president's justification is for these tariffs. It's not up to you. You're not the president, Gabe. And frankly, I think it's a little bit disrespectful to the families in this country who have lost loved ones at the hands of this deadly poison. If you talk to them, and this president has, they are grateful that they finally have a president who is standing up to both Canada and Mexico, and most importantly, to China as well. The president added an additional 10% tariff on China because this deadly poison is being produced in that country. It's being distributed through our neighbors, and there needs to be consequences for that, period.
So this reporter is a member of the White House press pool. He's a reporter. He's a journalist. He's not supposed to be there to grandstand or to make a point. But of course, unfortunately, that's what he was doing here. He was trying to ask a question, but really he was asking a question that makes a point, or trying to make an argument to Karoline Leavitt, basically making the claim that Canada, not enough fentanyl is coming from Canada in order for us to take action to prevent the 1% of fentanyl that is coming from Canada. Now, that's his opinion as a reporter, which is completely useless. He doesn't know what cards Trump is dealing with in this negotiation with Canada. He doesn't understand Trump's full strategy for these tariffs. Now, these tariffs are about two things. One is our allies should be cooperating with us to control their side of our border. They should not be letting millions of people, caravans of people, drug cartels, human traffickers, by the millions into the United States completely unrestricted. That is asinine. That has to stop. And if they're truly our allies, then they will help us take action to control our border. The other thing that these tariffs are about is helping bring back American jobs and businesses, and making it more profitable for businesses to do business in the United States, right? And rather than these corporations who have screwed America by leaving and leveraging cheap labor in third world countries, it's good for their bottom line, but it's not good for the American economy. We actually have human rights and minimum wage laws here. We're a developed country. We're the richest country in the world. Other countries don't necessarily have that. And these corporations have taken advantage of that, and they've said, screw you, America. I don't care if I'm helping my country by starting a business and being an entrepreneur. I'm going to go overseas and get rich all by myself. So this tariff strategy has it's a double-edged sword against our adversaries or our competitors in commerce. One is look, you need to comply with American interest. You need to work with us, especially if you're claiming to be an ally, or there's going to be an economic ramification for that in the form of a tariff. And the other edge of that sword is we are going to do what is in the American people's interest. We are going to bring back American manufacturing, American entrepreneurship. We're going to make it profitable for people to do business in the United States. And other countries do this. They do this as well. They do this for their own national interest to be competitive in commerce. They have tariffs. We didn't invent it, or Trump didn't invent it to be mean. This is a real strategy that could work. And I don't even think Trump necessarily knows exactly how this is going to play out. It's hard to say. This is a negotiation move on behalf of the United States and the American people's interests, and I think we need to support him on this. You know, it makes sense why this would work or could work, and he's even admitted very bravely, I think, that this is going to take some time. It's going to have some growing pains, and he's asking the American people to bear with him. And I think it's important that we do that, because although it might have the effect where things in the short term get more expensive, goods from Canada and Mexico, this is a middle term or long term negotiation plan that's going to result in protecting and promoting the interest of the United States of America. So no, this is not all about fentanyl. You know, that is one thing that if Canada can't reduce or eliminate the amount of illegal fentanyl that's coming from its side of the border, then how can we do business with them at all? If they can't even do that for us, it's pathetic. Same thing with Mexico. If they're our ally, if they're trying to be a good neighbor to the United States of America, then they need to work with us on this. They need to do their part. It's ridiculous and just unacceptable that they already have let millions of people from their side of the border come into the United States, basically just letting them walk on by, saying, "Welcome to the United States of America. Here you go." That's got to stop. And this is our leverage. This is it's aggressive, but it's not too aggressive. It's a 25% tariff. It's very reasonable. And all it's saying is, look, there are consequences on the other side of this. We're not Biden. We're not the uniparty that's going to bend over and screw America for this globalist agenda. This is the American nationalist agenda. This is for the people of the United States, the citizens, the taxpayers. That is what Trump is all about. And that's what this tariff play is all about as well. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. Do you think Karoline Leavitt did a good job clapping back at this reporter? If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you guys get notified when we post brand new videos to PolitiBrawl. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time.